Just a robot.
So last time I talked about cancel culture, but what should I talk about this time? Maybe something that will get more views than my last video. Something that a lot of people are talking about and almost everyone is interested in. But what would that be? Oh! I got an idea! Porn! More specifically, controversial porn. Porn centered around real people, like Jaden Animations, Woofy Chew, and the Friday Night Funkin' 19-year-old OC that was made by a 13-year-old, Sky. Now, I talked a little bit about the Sky controversy in the past. I did get one thing about it wrong, but I decided to edit that part out. You see, Sky is a character who was made by a 13-year-old and she's 19, but the person who made the mod believed that Sky was a self-insert, so she changed her age to 13. There is this weird controversy that if you drew porn of the OC Sky outside of the Friday Night Funkin' universe, she was 19. But if porn was drawn of her inside the Friday Night Funkin' universe, despite looking exactly the same, she was suddenly 13. At first I thought the mod maker changed her age just to make controversy for controversy's sake, but now I understand that they just thought that the character was a self-insert. So I decided to edit that part out of my Friday Night Funkin' video. But I think I got everything else right. Of course, this does raise a lot of questions about the mod maker, believing that the character they were modding was 13 and hitting on boyfriend who was 19. Now I'm gonna get back to this point later, but for now let's talk about porn of real people, like Woofy Chew and Jaden Animations. Staxolotl did an excellent video defending Woofy Chew on my channel, and for the longest time it was my most viewed video, which was pretty embarrassing having someone not me on my channel be my most viewed video. But luckily for me, my video on It's Anime Girl blew the fuck up. Okay guys, I won't talk about myself anymore. Let's get back to the controversy with drawing porn of real people. Both Woofy Chew and Jaden don't like porn being drawn of their characters. Now, I will say that, embarrassingly, Jaden Animations is kind of my YouTube crush. Of course, she's way out of my league, and I'm not talking about the real her, I'm talking about her cartoon character. I don't even think there's a more pure person on YouTube. Like, what controversies has Jaden even been in? Hell, James has been in more controversies than her. Obviously, I'm not the only one who has a crush on Jaden Animations, and a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, have drawn porn of her. Now, to be fair, her avatar is quite attractive, and so is Woofy Chew's. But should we really be drawing porn of people if they don't want us to draw porn of them? Well, I guess not. I mean, we already have enough porn as there is, and I myself don't draw porn, so it's not gonna hurt my business in any way. Also, just a side note, if anyone wants to draw porn of my character, go right ahead. But at the same time, I kind of cringe when I see these people being way too grandstandy, making their videos saying things like, if you draw porn of people and they don't want you to, that's completely unacceptable. Or people saying this or that person don't want porn drawn of their character, even though all they said was, if you draw porn of me, don't tag me in it. There's a reason why Rule 34 exists. Rule 34, along with a whole bunch of other rules, was originally posted on 4chan. Most famous of these would be Rule 34, if it exists, there's porn of it. Rule 63, if it exists, there's a gender bent of it. And I forgot the exact number, but there's one rule that says if it exists, there's a pony OC of it. These rules are not made for people to follow them. It's nothing that the internet is going to live or die by. These rules are more like, you know, the rule of gravity. It's just something that exists, and it doesn't matter what your political opinion is on gravity, because, well, gravity is always going to exist. I have actually met people who think that Rule 34 is a law on the internet that people have to follow. Now, I could say over and over, don't draw porn of Jaden, or Woofy Chew, or anyone who doesn't want porn of their character drawn. If you do that, you're just a sick fuck. While saying that might make me look like a good and moral person, it doesn't really fix anything. Let's say 100 people draw porn of Jaden animations. You can cancel one of them, two of them, hell, even a dozen of them, but eventually a bunch of anonymous trolls are just going to start spamming porn. Why would they do that? It's because they now know that this is something that would piss a lot of people off. It's something on the internet that we just can't change. If we want to change it, well, we would have to become like China and just illegalize porn. I guess we could ask people for permission to draw porn, but I'm not going to, go up to the 13-year-old who made Sky and say, "Yo, 13-year-old, what up? Mind if I draw porn of your character? I mean, after all, she's of age." There's also a lot of controversies that have to do with people shipping YouTubers with other YouTubers, like how many people are shipping James and Jaden together. And I can understand how James feels. I mean, after all, now he has a girlfriend, so it must be really awkward for him. So there's only one thing to do. Stop shipping James with Jaden and ship me with her instead. Getting rid of porn is kind of like getting rid of hate comments. I mean, you can try, but your efforts might not only be in vain, your efforts actually might make the situation even worse. Well, I certainly don't think it's a good thing to draw porn of someone or their character if you don't want them to. It's kind of something that we're just gonna have to deal with, and let's be honest here, it's a complete first world problem. I know for a fact that if I got bigger on YouTube, I'm gonna start getting shipped with a lot of different people. And if I have a girlfriend around that time, one can only hope, right? It's definitely gonna make her feel uncomfortable. I remember the last time I heard from Anita Sarkeesian, that's a throwback, right? Ninja said he couldn't stream with any more females because it was making his girlfriend uncomfortable when people shipped him with them. And then Anita, of course, called him sexist for it. Should we draw porn of a character who is of age if a 13-year-old made them? I guess not. But once the ball gets rolling, it's near impossible to stop it. If someone can find a way to stop certain types of porn from being made, good on you, I guess. I just don't see how it's possible in any sort of way. I guess if you really don't want porn drawn of your original character, make them less attractive. Will that stop people from making porn of them? Obviously not. You degenerates will fuck anything. But it certainly will slow it down. Of course, maybe a few people might argue that what I just said is victim blaming. But it's the only solution I can really think of. I mean, if my avatar had massive tits in an hourglass shape, there would be porn of my avatar for days! In fact, now that I think about it, I might go to the shop and get a few, upgrades for my body.